This is Super Yacht News with Sisman.
Hi, we have some breaking news, and this is about Alfa Nero. You all know the story of Alfa Nero by now, being abandoned in Antigua for over a year, and the Antiguan government seized the vessel a couple of months ago with the intention of selling that vessel. Well, that sale has now been completed. Well, the auction has finished. Whether the money's been transferred or not is another question. But anyway, let's get into it. So the Alfa Nero was sold today in an auction. Apparently there were 3 people involved in that auction. The yacht was believed to be owned by the sanctioned Russian Andrei Guryev, although he denied it through his lawyers on multiple occasions, including directly to us. He denied the ownership of Alfa Nero and of Luminosity, which is in Montenegro. So, like I said, the yacht was seized by the Antiguan government. Okay, so you all want to know who the buyer is. Now, what's interesting about this is the buyer is American Eric Schmidt. So he won the auction this morning in a fully transparent process. Antigua's ambassador to the US, Sir Ronald Sanders, said. So a high-profile American has bought the yacht, which is very interesting. And I think somehow that is not a coincidence. I think because we mentioned in the previous video that when it was the one that we put out yesterday saying it was going up for sale, that it was slightly worrying that the vessel had the sanctions removed and they were, it was likely to end up back with the previous owner. But I think the Americans may have put some restrictions on who was allowed to bid, and as a result of that, Eric Schmidt has won the auction. The price, $67.6 million US. The vessel was valued recently at $81 million, so that's actually a good price that they've got there. Now, Mr. Schmidt can afford it because he has a net worth of $20.5 billion, a little bit less now because he just bought a $67 million yacht. Now, he was the CEO of Google from 2001 to 2011, and he stayed on the board of the parent company Alphabet until June 2019, and then he stayed on as technical advisor until February 2020. So yeah, so there you go. So it has finally been sold. I'm sure the Antiguan government are very happy that they're going to get rid of this now. Now, what will happen next? Now, obviously, once the money is transferred, then the vessel will have to crew up. They'll have to get a management company. I would suspect that the old management company might be rooting for their old job back now that it's no longer sanctioned. They may have already made contact with the vessel. Now, the vessel has a crew of 5 currently on board, so they will be crewing to at least minimum crew to move that vessel. Minimum crew of a vessel that size is probably about 9 or 10 people. Anyway, we'll cover that in a future video, but yeah, that's the next phase. Will most likely be a management company comes back in, crewing up, preparing the vessel for a trip somewhere. I have no doubt the vessel will go to a shipyard somewhere straight away, or it will be laid up somewhere until it can go to a shipyard, and it will go into the shipyard, probably have a name change and a whole painting or something so it can make it look as different as possible. Anyway, I digress. I just wanted to bring you that news. So the news is Eric Schmidt has won the auction for Motor Alfa Nero, and he's bought it at a price of $67.6 million. All right, guys, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, help with the algorithm, hit all the other buttons and stuff like that as well. All right, bye-bye.